It's Easter and we're home perfecting everything we know about Pilates. But what we'd like to share with you is somebody wrote in with a question regarding all of our YouTube videos that we put up there for you, and we're hoping that you're looking at them and not just looking at them, actually doing them, isn't that right?
Yeah.
And the question has been, well, which ones should I choose and how many times should I do them? And what would be the best one to start with? So we thought we'd just let you know, our recommendation with all of our clients is, if you can do something every day, your body will thank you for it. Now we've made videos that are 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour to the full hour. So you've got quite a range. So depending on the time of the day or how much time you have will help you pick which exercise video you're going to do. So if you notice, some of our Easter specials are on the roller and a bit of stretching. So the first roller one that we put through today, which was very much about undulations of the spine, stretching up both in the sitting and lying positions, that's a great one to do. You could even do that, after you've had your morning coffee, go and do a little bit of walking or a bit of work at the computer, and then mid-afternoon, after you've been doing a little bit of work or had quite a bit of chocolate, you want to do something that's a little bit more rigorous. So you could pick another 15-minute one, and the roller one that had the abdominal series in it would be a great one to go with. Then we have some more aerobic ones. If you look at the classes that we run for the hour and the pure traditional mat work ones, they get a little bit more cardio. So if you're feeling like you need a little bit of heart rate rising, they're the ones that you would do. What are some of the other ones? We've got some feet ones in there.
Yeah, you can do some feet release as well if you're getting a little bit tense in your calves and things being at the computer. We do have a few neck stretching ones, which I definitely recommend. The somatic ones are really good because some of those traditional classes can be quite tricky. So if you do a traditional class and you're feeling a bit strained, then go to a Yamana neck release class as well. That's really great, and it's only about 10 minutes or so. It's really good.
The shoulder neck release that focuses on tension in the shoulders. If you've done a bit of gardening or you've done a big hike and you're not used to doing that sort of thing, they're really good. But the class that I'm going to recommend that you all try is our gyro class, because all you need is a stool, and you will be so surprised at how much movement and strength you get out of your spine. I'm going to demonstrate a small portion of it. Me and my bunny are going to show you a figure 8 of the spine. So very slowly draw a figure 8 at each vertebral level, going down ever so slowly, like you're doing a big yawn, waking up from a great big sleep. I often say it's a bit like a bear that's been hibernating for 6 months. It's just like us. And then we come up for our 8, 7, 6. And as you come up, you're not moving your pelvis, but moving your lumbar spine, your thoracic spine, and into your cervical spine into an open stretch. And even just doing that amount, we can feel tingling in the deepest muscles to our vertebra. Well worth doing. We put music on, you put music on, and just dance around for it. So really there's something for everyone, no matter what mood you're in, what you're feeling. But there is something we do want to share with you today, and that's a little bit of a note on how you can release that sense of feeling a bit compacted down in the abdominals. They feel weak. You feel like you're putting out. People saying, oh, it's because I'm putting on weight, I'm sitting still. Now, sure, it could be a little bit of that, but it's not always to do with that. If we're sitting for lengths of time, we're contracting our hip flexors, which attach through our lumbar vertebra, come through to the front, the inside of the hip. So they pull tight. It might pull you into an odd position for your pelvis. It could be forward or back. And this means that your abdominals are getting pulled, your pelvis is out of alignment, so you can't contract your abdominals as you normally do. Your diaphragm cannot descend down towards your pelvis as it should do when you inhale. So we've got to free up some of the tension in that area. So Kaya and I are going to demonstrate a fantastic ball release for working on release of your iliacus and then the larger intestines, and I promise you it's not going to be pretty. It can be a little bit painful, but it's really worth it. Those of you that have been working with me over the last 6 to 8 months have known so many improvements. So we're going to remind you, get your balls out and come along and do this. So hop down, and to start with, we're going to stay sitting on the ball. Kaya was sitting on her, she's a bit advanced. But we are having our legs out, and we're going to release the pelvic floor to start with, along with those deep lateral rotators that go from our sacrum to our sits bone. So we're right just to the left of the coccyx, and you roll out to your left sits bone. Keep your weight down onto it, so yield to the ball, and back to the center, and back to that side. If you're tightening your piriformis, you're going to feel this one, and back. Then we roll up the sacrum to the second striation of our piriformis and roll again out to the left and back to the center. Keep your weight down on it. Roll up another level and roll out to the side. So you put your weight on your hands, so you're getting a little bit of upper body work here. And you'll see that I'm rotating out to the side and back to the center. And sit up tall. And repeat to the other side. Roll out to the right sits bone and back to just inside your coccyx, outside your coccyx. Roll up a level and out to the side. It actually feels really good. And back to the center and up to the third level and out. That was a nice way to stay. Doesn't it feel good? And back to the center. And now this is where we get dancing with our ball, because I'm going to demonstrate to you how you can release the left side of your hip flexors and a little bit across to the center. And then we'll leave you to do your other side. So we're going to take it down to the right side of the thigh and roll around. It's underneath my right hip. And I just breathe there for a moment. Both my legs are off the floor. And then roll down that thigh about a quarter of the way. And release the quads. You feel the tension. You have to really let go. And then roll back. And then we're going to roll to the inside of that left hip bone. So right into the belly of iliacus. Fancy name, but I think we all should learn a little bit of the anatomy of pelvic floor and our hip flexors, because they do cause us some problems some points through our lives. And both our legs are off the floor. Breathe in and exhale. Tuck like you're about to do a pelvic curl to bridge, so posteriorly tilting your pelvis. Breathe in there and press your belly into the ball. Really press it in. This tones the muscles while they're stretching. And then exhale, draw your abdominals towards your spine and allow yourself to yield and envelop the ball. Really give yourself into it. As tense as it might be, breathe into the ball. And exhale, draw your abdominals in, roll your pelvis around and relax to the floor. You'll see that you actually get softer in the belly towards the floor. And then roll off the ball, so get the other hip down, take the ball out, rest your forehead on the ball, and just observe what the difference is between your right side, that you just had the ball under, and your left side. What does it feel like, Kaya?
It feels softer.
Yeah, softer. And we're lying on a fairly firm floor, but it feels like it's cushioned. And now we're going to take the ball and we'll place it underneath the left hip bone and do the same thing briefly. I think we've got time to show you because I want to go right to the middle of the belly after this. So you're right on the bone, stimulating a little bit of blood flow to the external layer of the bone. And roll a quarter of the way with the leg. Feel it relax. Come back to the bone. Now roll your pelvis downwards so the right side goes down towards the floor. Reaching your left arm forward. Breathe in, press your belly into the ball. And exhale, draw your abdominals to your spine and wrap your pelvis around the ball. Inhale, press your belly to the ball. And exhale, draw your abdominals in and envelop the ball. Hold it there for a couple of minutes. And then you will, after a couple of minutes, you stay there while I finish talking to you, and you roll the ball to just above your pubic bone, and you will finish this series with your fingers out in our gecko crawl, toes tucked under, breathing in and out deeply. In and you do 5 more breaths there, giving yourself that time, and then you will roll on to your front and see how beautifully relaxed that is. And to finish the section, you will roll on your back and stretch out your neck. And I hope you do that every day, because it's going to make an extraordinary difference. Have fun.